A Sephora sales section hates to see me coming. It hates to see me coming. Don't get me wrong. I love a Sephora sale, but the clearance section, the sales section of Sephora hits different, okay? It's kind of a makeup graveyard, and today we're going to go through and talk about all the makeup I'm not surprised is on sale. This is a series I've done for a while on the channel. You guys might know it, you might love it. And although makeup sales have definitely changed, I've been noticing a huge change, especially specifically with Sephora and how much goes on sale. Even then, there are so many things I'm not surprised to see get discounted because rarely do the hottest, the best products actually get discounted. You know what I mean? And best case scenario, we find something we actually like, think's good, and we can snag a deal on. And otherwise, looking at reasons why a product might be on sale can help you determine if it's actually right for you and keep out the items that maybe aren't meant to be with you just because they're on sale. Maybe they're not meant to be with too many people. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a reason these things have not found a home yet. Starting off strong with some mini powders from Givenchy. These are the Mini Prism Libre Illuminating and Color Correcting Loose Powders. Now, this is the powder that everyone really loved, and then it got reformulated and became super shiny, like a completely different formula, and it no longer serves the same purpose. So I feel like that is a huge reason this is on sale. These are the mini sizes. I'm not sure if the big sizes are on sale. Let me check. Yeah, the big sizes are on sale too. So for the minis, those retail for $32. They're on sale for $22.40. And then for the big boys, those are $62 normally, on sale for $43.40. Again, maybe you're into the new formula, but I do have just that warning on it that if you've loved an old one, maybe used it up and you're like, oh my gosh, I can get a deal. Warning, this is a different formula. And a lot of people don't like it as much at all. Okay, tons of stuff from Fenty is on sale. These are the Shadow Sticks Longwear eyeshadow sticks, and every single color is on sale. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's specific shades and you're like, yeah, that's exactly we get it. The shades that don't sell as much are on sale. Makes sense. But this is the full range. Now, I do have a few of these shimmer ones, and they are quite metallic and full pigment. These do lock down as well, so that could be your style. I tend to like something a little bit more delicate on the eyes, so I find with like the pigmentation building it up, sometimes it can get a little thick, but it can be pretty. It's just more of like a glam look, I would say, especially again with the shimmers. I have not tried the matte ones at all. Those are normally $26 down to $12.50, and I feel like these shadow sticks came out a little bit before we're seeing all the shadow sticks coming out now, and so they've been around, so I'm not surprised to see them there. Am I shocked that a bunch of the stuff from the Smurfs collection in Fenty went on sale? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. These could be good products, and it does make sense for Fenty to collab. I believe Rihanna was in the movie. I haven't seen the movie, okay? But any of these like specific IP collabs are gonna be who they're for, and then past that, they kind of go on sale. If they don't sell out, I feel like it's either gonna be a complete sellout, right? Everything's gone, like there's no way to get it, or it kind of is like, everything's on sale later. In the Icon Velvet Liquid Lipstick, the shade Smurf Melon is on sale, and it's a watermelon red shade. It's actually really pretty as a watermelon kind of pink. If you're interested in that, and I'm not gonna lie, the kind of velvet lip look I am very interested in. I don't know if it's because fall's approaching or what, but it does look really pretty. This was originally $29. It's down to $14.50, so 50% off. But there's also a mushroom blending sponge, normally $16 down to $8. I do not know how you blend makeup entirely with that. I mean, I kind of get it. Obviously, the shape of the mushroom can kind of be like the tip of another sponge, but I don't know. I don't know about that one. There's also a Daisy Flower Shimmer Puff. Oh my God, it's huge. Okay, I swiped and saw how big this was in comparison to an actual body, and damn, it is big. I was kind of wondering why it was $30 originally, but at least it's big. I don't know if it's worth it, but at least it was big. It's down to $14.50 right now, and it doesn't have the best reviews. It doesn't have a ton. It only has 5. Some people like it, but a lot of people are saying wouldn't recommend. Cheaply made and packaged. The powder puff should come in a reusable case. It says that it has some pretty glitter with a nice glow, but the packaging's cheap, so it really feels like more than anything, this was like, for the price, maybe not worth it. So maybe at the sale price, like if that was like the thing on your list, it definitely seems like it's a better price, half off. And the last thing from the Smurf collection, this is the Smurfette Smooches Lip Essentials Duo and Keychain. We're seeing tons of keychain items, like bag charms, any type of charms. I got some charms too. Those are very popular right now. So as much as I'm not necessarily putting a lip gloss on my keychains or on my purse, I know a lot of people are, and I do think it's kind of a cute way to like accessorize with something you might might actually use. Anyway, that being said, this is originally $45, a $56 value, and it's now on sale for $31.50. In here, you're getting two different colors. One's a full-size gloss bomb in the shade Smurfette Effect, which is like a purple with an iridescent looking, almost kind of blue toned purple. And then the Fenty Treats lip oil in Smurfs Berry, which has like a pH color changing thing, and it kind of turns your lips hot pink like a lot of the pH stuff. So kind of a cute little set. I still don't know for $31, like, you know, if it's for me, but it's on sale, and really not surprised to see any of the Smurf stuff. Another Fenty, and then I promise we'll move on, but I do feel like the Sephora sales section has been very full of Fenty, Give Beauty, those things I see a lot. Obviously, the Sephora collection is on sale a lot, and the new Gloss Bomb Ice Cooling Lip Glosses are already on sale. These were limited edition. It seems like one of the colors is already sold out, but the Iced Pineapple, the Melon Chills, and the Cucumber are all on sale, normally $26 down to $13. That would make sense to me. It's kind of like a summer launch, and because it said it's limited edition, I don't know if they'll bring them back or just bring out something similar or like slightly different in future summer collections type of thing. So not surprised to see it. None of that. Okay, this is one that I actually think is good. I'm going to talk about a few of those in case this sale does end on Monday, and it might be US exclusive. I know a lot of people in Canada are like, the sales are different, so I hate that they don't do them the same, but I do want to mention a few of the items I think are good deals in case you want to snag them, even if I am not surprised they're still on sale, because I'm telling you, there is a lot of saturation in the market and a lot of stuff will go bad with time. So there needs to be some sell through to keep things fresh, to keep products moving and not have like stale things on the shelf. That being said, from Peter Thomas Roth, these are the Firm X Collagen Face and Eye Hydrogel patches. These are normally $65, and I have not tried this exact patch from them, but I have tried the gold ones and I really love them, but they are so expensive. I think those ones are like $75. I don't know how eye patches can be so much, but I have to say they're some of the best eye patches I've used. And I know an eye patch is an eye patch is an eye patch. I mean, it's just that like kind of collagen gummy little patch you're putting under your eyes, but I need them to stay on the face, and these do not slip around. They really stick in place. They're cooling, and I don't know if it's getting older or what, but I really do enjoy an eye patch under my eyes in the morning, especially when I just need to like have something breathe life into me. Okay, I need my eyes to open up. I have dry eyes and they really help. And these ones I actually think are really nice shapes. There's 3 different patches in here, so you can kind of wear them how you want to, but I really love that there's only a slight curve on the eye ones, because some of the kind of more teardrop shaped ones I find like I don't know how to put them on, what side's the front, what side's the back, I don't know what's going on with those, whereas this you could get really up close, I feel like, to the eye. So I'm actually kind of tempted by these. I don't even know if I said what the sale price is, but these are down to $45.50 from $65. I will also say though, there are going to be some patches going on sale from Peter Thomas Roth in the Ulta sale. I don't know which day, so check the days, but the Ulta sale is 50% off. So it might be a better deal if you don't mind, I think, some difference in shape. And I'm even reminding myself like, maybe I'll wait for that deal actually. Another thing I'm not surprised to see on sale from Shiseido, these are the facial cotton. Okay, so just cotton pads, but they have to be a little fancy. And if you've ever been wanting to try them, it could be a good time. They're normally $17 down to $12.80. I know a lot of you guys have told me you found these at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, so they do go to discounters. So in that way, I'm not surprised to see Sephora putting them on sale, but I do quite like these. If you're just looking for a bougie cotton experience, you know, check them out. I do really like them. I just have my Costco Swispers at the moment, and you know, I'm pretty stocked up for now, but I can't lie. Such a nice little treat, you know. I love a bougie moment. These ones kind of surprised me, and I'm like, is this the death of the puff? Let's hope so. I'm sorry, but I have been over those kind of like wand puff style Charlotte Tilbury dupes and knockoffs of the packaging. You know what I'm talking about? Well, the matte ones are finally on sale. I don't know if they've been a part of this sale before, but I actually thought this was pretty good. All colors are on sale, normally $42 down to $29.40. I actually think these are pretty good blushes, but again, I just have been so over the puff. I feel like we've seen every brand dupe these, and even brands that don't have color cosmetics, I swear, are like coming out with these. Like everyone for a time was coming out with these. So there are many options out there, and you know, seeing these on sale at Sephora, it's kind of a big deal, even though I do think it's just going to be that momentary sale or Labor Day weekend, whereas some of these things kind of stay around on the sale page and float around way longer than I feel like they should be on the sale page. But along with those matte blushes, the beauty highlighter wands are also on sale. Again, all colors. I'm like surprised that all the colors are, but they are. Same prices, $42 down to $29.40. If this was something you wanted to try, it could be, you know, at least you're getting a deal on it. Maybe something to check out. Again, I do think these are great products, and I do tend to prefer actually the original, even with the way the packaging is. From Armani Beauty, it looks like this is actually all the way out of stock, but we're still going to talk about it because it's totally obvious why this one went on sale. These are the eye tint liquid shadows, and these have been really popular, and for good reason. They're really great liquid shadows. I've enjoyed the ones I have, but the one that went on sale was 32S Frost, which is an icy lilac shimmer. It's like one of the only shades that has even a remote amount of color in it, and that's the one that went on sale, and that tends to be the case, right? The most neutral everyday colors, those are going to sell any day of the week, whereas the icy lilac, sure, we're excited for some variation. It can be fun for a limited collection, but sometimes they need a little help selling, and so you drop the price on them. This one was originally $39, which is quite steep for a liquid eyeshadow, and it went down to $28.50, and it sold out, which I was looking at a lot of this stuff. Again, we're at the end of the sale right now, but even on the first days of the sale, I'm telling you, half this stuff was already sold out before it was even like going. I'm like, okay, who was able to get, was there one on sale and it went out of stock that fast? I don't know. I've definitely noticed that a lot with the Sephora sales. Like some of the stuff goes really, really fast, and sometimes it's so fast I question if it was there. I'm like, was this a ghost product? Anyway, next from Ole Henriksen, these are the Pout Preserve Hydrating Peptide Lip Treatments. I really love these. They're one of my favorite squeeze tube lip balm formulas, but the shimmer ones are all on sale, which I'm kind of not surprised. I do like the shimmer, but I don't find they're as hydrating as the originals. So all 4 colors are on sale. There's Lingonberry Jam Glimmer. Okay, that was hard for me to say. Citrus Sunshine Glimmer, Creme Brulee Glimmer, and Strawberry Sorbet Glimmer. So could be something to check out. They're normally $23 down to $18.40. Not the biggest savings, but it's something, and I feel like that was like a newer product that was on sale. Okay, another newer product. This is from Glossier, the Creme de You Dry Touch Body Butter. Normally $45 down to $22.50. I want to say this came out within the last like year or so, and I'm kind of surprised to see it at the 50% off, so could be a good deal if you want to layer this with the You fragrance from Glossier. We've been seeing them go into even more fragrance. I think they're at 4 now in their regular perfumes, and they've also come out with 2 body mists. They've come out with more body care, so they've definitely been expanding into this category. But if you do like Glossier You, it could be a nice layering moment. I haven't tried that one, so if you have, let us know. It says dry touch, so I'm hoping it's not a grease bomb. Oh man, okay, I'm looking at some reviews. 2 1-star hitters at the beginning here. As a Glossier You lover, I was so excited to get this, but all the reviews about it smelling like pencil shavings are old and dusty, crayons are accurate, doesn't dry down nicely either, has an odd cardboard smell to it. Okay, that's so interesting. Let's read this next one. Too heavy and soapy. This body butter feels too heavy on my skin and takes a long time to absorb, which I'm kind of surprised by given the name. It's like dry touch, but doesn't seem like it. The scent is quite soapy, which I personally don't enjoy. Unfortunately, it didn't work for me. I will say, when you like a scent in a product, when it changes from what that original scent is, maybe you like the scent of a body lotion or you like the scent of a fragrance, when that scent gets put into a different category, let's say from perfume to body lotion, sometimes the way the scent translates is not the same. I don't know what it is, but even if you're a diehard fan of it in the original, it might be different. And I wonder if that's kind of what's happening. Sometimes things can go bad, and you know, some people just smell different things. I know when the Josie Maran body butters and body scrubs first launched, the vanilla vibes, I was so excited for it. I love vanilla, and that scrub smelled like vinegar, straight up vinegar to me. And I remember everyone like talking about how good it was. I'm like, am I? Is it just me? Because it was not smelling good. That being said, I love the body mist and vanilla vibes. It is so good, and I actually get that vanilla. So I'm like, maybe that's what other people were smelling when they were liking that scrub, but that was not what I was getting, even though it's supposed to be the same scent. Definitely something to be aware of when it comes to scent. Maybe try to smell that one in person. Okay, from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Mini Sugar Eye Palette is on sale. This is normally $32 down to $20.30. Not surprised to see it. It's limited edition. It came out last holiday, and I've seen these in person. The shimmers did look really pretty, but this is a little more like ethereal pastel colors, maybe not everyone's favorite. And just in general, we've seen a huge decline in palettes. Like, brands are not coming out with palettes. Huda said she's not going to be doing the big palette this next holiday. So we've definitely seen an increase in single shadow products, whether that's in powder form, liquid form like the Armani eye tints, or also shadow sticks. Those seem to be a little bit more popular. So I think that kind of could be playing into why that's on sale as well. There were a few concealers, and I'm putting these on here because I just personally haven't enjoyed them. I bought them actually during the holiday sale from Sephora, like the big VIB sale, you know, where you get a discount off of everything depending on what tier you are. So this is the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer from Patrick Starr. Now, I think a lot of people really like this, and it does have a lot of coverage, but I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. And lately, as much as I do want some nice coverage, and honestly, I've been dealing with skin issues like crazy this year. They keep coming back. I think I'd get rid of them. It's back. Surprise. Anyway, even with that, I have been just embracing a lighter skin tint. It's been difficult to find stuff that works for my oily skin, but I don't know, I just haven't fallen in love with that concealer, so not surprised to see it on sale necessarily. It's $28 down to $14, so that half off. The other concealer, I swear to you, I bought at that same time, same fateful trip. This is from Westman Atelier. I was really excited for this. It's the Vital Skincare Brightening Concealer with hyaluronic acid, and you would think with something like hyaluronic acid in it, I don't know, I thought it was going to be glowy, more like serumy. This thing was thick as hell, okay? This is a thick concealer, and although, again, it gives you coverage, and depending on how you want to use it, you can make it work. It's a little bit bright for me, so color-wise, that's like, you know, its own kind of problem outside of formula, but I just wasn't expecting it to be what it is. Again, has some coverage, but not what I was hoping it would be. Normally $48, down to $38.40. Every single color's on sale and in stock. I don't know what that's saying, okay? Because a lot of the times that type of stuff would go fast. Although 523 reviews with almost 5 stars says otherwise, but personally, not a fan. There's a few things from Makeup Forever on sale. In general, I'm not necessarily surprised. I feel like they're kind of constantly redoing their line. Like, it feels like never-ending construction almost at Makeup Forever, where as soon as they get through the line, they just start back over. They're like, oh, time to reformulate the foundations for the 80th time. Anyway, this is the HD Skin Matte Velvet Blurring Foundation and Setting Powder. Normally $45, down to $31.50 right now. I do think this is a nice, pretty full coverage velvet powder matte foundation if you were looking for a powder foundation specifically. I do have this one. They did send it to me when it first came out, and again, I do like it. I do find though, I still get quite oily. Like, I almost need to powder with this one quite a bit. I don't know, it still wears nice, but the oils just like sit on top of my skin with that one. Some other items from Makeup Forever though, these are the Artist Longwear Skin Fusing Powder Blushes. Normally $33, down to $23.10. Every shade is there. I just didn't like these blushes. Like, there was just something about how small they were, which I do think makes sense for like a pro kit if you were gonna have these and not completely depot them. They are quite compact, but even just the color selection, all of that, I wasn't a huge fan of when it came to those powder blushes. They also came out with a few like contouring powders and also some highlighters, and I don't know, I just never got on with them. There was some stuff from Youth to the People on sale, and this one surprised me, so it could be a good one if you're looking for a sunscreen. This is the Youth Screen Daily Hydration and Pollution Defense Invisible Broad Spectrum Sunscreen SPF 60. Oh my gosh, that was like an impossible name to get through. Normally $30, down to $22.50. This just came out, so I was kind of surprised actually to see this one, but I have enjoyed this sunscreen. I can't really use it with makeup. I have like a lot of issues just in general with products on my face, as I've kind of touched on, but I feel like with sunscreens especially, they just break down my makeup. That and the oil, baby, nothing's lasting on this skin, but I do like the sunscreen on its own. It has a nice glow to it. It just feels nice. It does have a kind of sunscreen slash like kind of clay smell to it, so just want to warn you on that, but as an actual product, I really quite like it, so it could be a good sunscreen to check out. A sunscreen I wasn't surprised to see on sale from Supergoop. This is the Glow Screen Sunlighter Glow and Protect Stick, SPF 45. I'm pretty sure with stick SPFs, it's hard to get the actual SPF coverage that it's touting with how you apply it. Like, you just have to apply a lot, and that's the case with every sunscreen. Really make sure you're using enough of it to really get the coverage that you need to be protected from the sun. Anyway, there's 2 shades of this, normally $32, down to $22.40. It says these are limited edition, which I just find kind of interesting as like a sunscreen and like as a product that would be limited edition. I don't know. But because of that, I'm like, well, I guess that makes sense. It would go on sale if you're not trying to bring these back. And I don't know. I just feel like I have a lot of fantasy issues around the sunscreen. Like, a glowy sunscreen stick like this seems like, wow, that sounds so easy, effortless, glowy, bronzy, like, oh, I don't even care. I'm like so low key and protected from the sun. But then when I like break it down, I'm like, am I actually getting the sun coverage? That's gonna break up in a second. Can I even put makeup on top of it? I don't know. I'm just like not surprised. Okay, not surprised. Let's throw it back a little. If you're wondering if any of the Beautyblender makeup items are still on sale at Sephora, yeah, they are. They're still there. I mean, these things will not go. The Bounce Magic Fit Creamy Bronzer and Highlighter Duo. There's only 2 shades left. I think this originally came out in 4 shades, so this must be all that's left. Normally $32, down to $16 and they won't let them go. I'm like, get these things, move them out, okay? Send them to TJ Maxx, get them out of the store. These things have been there a long time. They've been on the sale page a long time, guys, okay? Not surprised to see it. I think I'd be more surprised not to see any of the Beautyblender stuff on sale. There are some fragrances on sale and we're getting some Phlur stuff. I don't know if I've ever seen anything Phlur go on sale at Sephora, but I'm not surprised what did. 3 of the Phlur body mists are on sale. The Amber Haze scent, which to me is like a Baccarat dupe. The Mango Mood scent, which I feel like is a dupe for Mango Skin from Wilhelm Parfumerie, which if you don't know what that is, if you're like, what is all this fragrance stuff? Go check out my fragrance channel. Come say hi. We talk all about scent over there and it's a really fun time. I love it. Anyway, that's on sale. And then there's the Dragon Fruit body mist, which is just kind of like a fruity one. I feel like all of those, at least with Amber Haze and Mango Mood, those are some of the original scents that came out in their body mist, like some of the first ones. And I could see them not being as popular. I mean, Vanilla Skin feels almost like a modern classic from the brand. That one's super popular. They have a lot of other harder hitters, I feel like, within the mist, within the perfume. So I could see why these ones would go on sale. They're normally $25 in the small size down to $18.75. And then I believe the big sizes are on sale as well. So those are normally $38 down to $28.50. And I don't necessarily think any of those are bad. I maybe have some other favorites from the line, but could be something to check out. From Too Faced, these Moon Crush highlighters. I mean, I maybe could have talked about these in a video before because I feel like these I see on and off. I could easily see these at TJ Maxx and all of that. They only came out with 2 shades in this highlighter, and I feel like that made it feel almost like more of a limited edition launch than like relaunching highlighters within their makeup line. So those are normally $40 down to $20. I just wasn't a big fan. They're both golden, and I feel like they could have just had some different color options. I feel like we need like 4 highlighters to really get a decent range, you know? There's kind of a lot to talk about, I'm realizing, because sometimes I can't talk this long, but we still have a lot more to talk about, I feel like. From Laura Mercier, these are the Petal Soft lipstick crayons. Every single shade is on sale. There's a few that have sold out, but a lot are still available. I really thought we were going to see more of these jumbo lip crayons coming back, and we've seen a few brands try to bring them back here or there, but they haven't quite caught on. I mean, we cannot let go of the lip balms, the lip glosses. I feel like glossy lips have definitely, you know, been staying around. And although, again, I'm excited for some velvet lips, I really thought we were going to see more brands coming out with these jumbo pencils, and it just hasn't happened. And then to see these on sale, I'm kind of not surprised because I thought it would take off more. So $35 normally down to $25. Not necessarily a bad product. I haven't tried them. I do like the concept of these jumbo lips. I've definitely used them in the past and enjoyed them. And I would consider myself someone who would be like kind of excited for these. I'm realizing like maybe I'm not as into them as I used to be. Okay, from Patrick Ta, these are the Major Glow Lip Shines. Only 1 shade is on sale. Normally $26 down to $18.20. I'm not surprised to see it because I thought these were being discontinued for like the longest time. I love the shade She's Expensive. It's the Crystal Pearl one. It's one that I've actually repurchased because I used it so much. Like, I think these are some of the best really shimmery lip glosses out there because they don't feel gritty on your lips but give you tons of shine, but not in that frosty way. Sometimes there's so much shimmer in a lip that it's really like turning tin, like really metallic looking. The shimmer in these almost just enhances the actual shine of a gloss, and it's just super beautiful. I think Patrick Ta does shimmer super well. The shade that's on sale is She's an Influencer, and it's a little bit more of like a pinky pearl, but really love those. They do have a little bit of a mint to them, but they're not like super plumping. Which, speaking of plumping, the Caliray Big Swell Hydrating Lip Plumper Gloss is on sale, normally $24 down to $18. There's just 1 shade, and I was surprised. I was reading some of the reviews, and people have had experiences with this all over the place, and I've actually tried this product, so I can kind of put my 2 cents out there about it, but some people are saying it has absolutely no plump, just a gloss, would not buy again. Other people are having like allergic reactions, okay? Wanted to love this product, but it gave me an allergic reaction on my lip, and my lips were dry for 3 weeks after. Someone said it didn't plump my lips at all, and that it made the surrounding areas itchy and it burned when they put it on, but I guess they got no plumping from it. Someone even shows this put on their skin, like swatched at the store, and shows like a red mark from it, which I will say, I have swatched lip plumper, like the Too Faced one, on my hand, and it will show up. Like, the reaction that's happening on your lips will happen on other skin parts, so be careful where you're swatching lip plumper, okay? So with all the kind of different reviews, I'm not surprised to see this on sale. I also don't feel like people have talked about it, but I actually quite like this lip plumper. It feels really nice just as a gloss on the lips. It's almost more of a liquefied balm than it is something glossy feeling, but I will say the way that this plumped my lips was a little bit different from other things that I've used before. It almost felt more like my lips were slowly becoming engorged with like blood. Like, Like, my lips are getting hard, okay? Like, to just say it. That's what I imagine, at least, as the blood starts flowing, and it does make my lips feel plump and kind of firm. Like, it's a different plumping feeling, as much as I don't want to say it doesn't burn, but it's more that my lips feel like tight because there's like so much like fluid feeling in them, you know what I mean? And so that's kind of the plumping effect that I got from it. A little bit different, but I actually like that one, okay? A bunch of stuff from the New Co has gone on sale at Sephora, but one of the things are the Barrier Clear Probiotics. These are normally $65 down to $45.50, and just in general, I feel like any of these kind of supplement things I wouldn't be surprised to see on sale at Sephora, just because as much as these can kind of be in the realm of beauty in a different way because they're consumable, I don't know if that's always what people are going to Sephora specifically for. Whereas I feel like a Credo Beauty or something that's more clean or focused more, I feel like, on holistic beauty in that way, or like, I don't know, caters to that kind of a clientele more, would make more sense to me. I don't know, just throwing out there. All of this is just speculate. I'm just making what I feel like are informed speculations on why some things might be on sale. From Lawless, these are the Pinch My Cheeks Soft Blur Cream Blushes, normally $29 down to $20.30. Only 3 of the shades went on sale, which are kind of more of the summer shades, brighter shades. There's the Valentine color, which is described as a bright watermelon, Cherry Pie, which is a bright cherry pink color, and then Soft Peach, which actually is out of stock. And these are almost like a balmy kind of texture, more like a silicone balm though. So they are overall nice cream blushes. I feel like they're one of those ones where I don't have any problems with them, but maybe they're not the most standout or favorite in my collection either. There are some lip liners on sale. This one from Freck Beauty is the Makeout Club Nude Muse Lip Liner. This is a twist up, and I mean, the lip colors look pretty, lots of neutral options. I don't know what it is. I just haven't connected a ton with Freck stuff. I've really wanted to, but in general, I'm not a big fan of twist up lip liners anyway. So although I like the shade selection, I'm not really surprised to see that one on sale. Normally $18 down to $12.60. They are a more affordable brand at Sephora though, I will say. Another lip liner is from Patrick Ta. These are the Major Headlines Precision Lip Crayons, and there are 5 different shades, normally $26 down to $18.20. To be honest, I didn't realize these kind of existed. Very matte looking though, and they have an interesting tip on them. They're like angled, which I could see that being something to help you get a more precise lip line, but also, again, it's twist up, all of that. It's just not my preferred method. I love a wooden pencil, okay? You get a lot of product. I feel like it keeps the product also from drying out, and you can get tons of different formulas. You can get a lockdown formula. You can get formulas that don't lock down, which tend to be more my favorite, but yeah, if it's in a twist up, I'm already kind of like, I don't know about that one. Except for the Merit lip liners, okay? I love those. Those ones are great, and I feel like they make sense in the twist up because if they were in a wooden pencil, I feel like you would almost like run through it. You'd be sharpening it so much. They just need to put more product in them so they last me longer. Okay, this one went fast. It is sold out, but from Youth to the People, they put the Superfood Antioxidant Hand Wash with Kale and Green Tea on sale. I bought this during the last Sephora sale, the one that happened in the spring, and I've already used it up. Really enjoyed it. It's like a nice green, woody, kind of peppery scent. The hand wash itself feels nice, and the packaging is just really nice and sturdy. Normally $39, and it was half off, $19.50, and for that price, what a great price. I felt like the $40 for it was a little expensive, but I wouldn't mind getting like a refill of it, but they don't sell the refills yet. I'm assuming that's going to come out at some point where you could just refill the packaging because it is sturdy, like aluminum packaging. It looks really nice at the sink, all of that, but for $40 every time I was like, it's kind of steep. I like other things at that price point a little bit better, but for $20, that was a good steal if you got that one. That was a good deal. Just a few more fragrance callouts from 5 cents. The Into Deep fragrance is on sale, normally $65 down to $45.50. Even the travel size is on sale as well, normally $29 down to $20.30. And I really do like this scent from 5 cents. It's a really nice creamy vanilla. It reminds me a lot of the Sol de Janeiro 59 scent, the purple one. So if you like that, this is like a perfume version of it, a little bit more concentrated, and it's pretty good. Maybe one to check out. But in general, with the 5 cents, I'm not surprised to see these on sale. I've gotten them at pretty steep discounts at like other places, and they're already more affordable in general for perfume since they start at $65 for the full bottle. But I think because the bottles are like, I don't know, they look a little natural. They're not like the prettiest. I don't know. I just don't think people pay as much attention to them, but I feel like In Too Deep is a great one from them. From Henry Rose, the Boys of Summer body spray is on sale. Now the Henry Rose body mists are a little different. They are an alcohol-free water water-based formula. But what I like about these, at least with the one I have the Berry Blonde scent, which I don't even see on the website anymore. And this is the only one in the body mist that's on sale, but a few different things from Henry Rose are on sale. So maybe check it out if you're interested in the house. But a lot of alcohol-free body mists you really have to shake because they're kind of biphase and the oil settles on top. And then when you spray them, they get oil everywhere on you, on your clothes, on the floor. Like, it's a whole thing. But I have not had that same experience with the Henry Rose. It's one of the better ones that I've found, and I really like that. They do have a little bit more of a lighter scent though. So if you're someone who's more sensitive to scent and wants something that's a little more low-key, that's who I would recommend for those body mists. Really nice packaging too. It's like a nice aluminum bottle. And last couple of things, this one did sell out, and I was actually a little surprised this one made it to the sale page because I thought it was going to sell out before it even got there. From Living Proof, this is the limited edition Perfect Hair Day dry shampoo in the vanilla scent. I did buy this. I've used it up. I really liked that it had that vanilla scent to the dry shampoo, just because when you're using dry shampoo, it's already on like second day hair, third day hair, and having that extra vanilla scent instead of just the regular one was really nice. It was originally $30 down to $22.50, and if you snag that one, I think it was a pretty good deal. Leaving you off, some of the fragrances from Maison Margiela are on sale. Under the Stars, originally $170 for the full bottle, is $119 right now. Under the Stars is more of like a fall fragrance, so could be something to check out. It has oud, leather, and black pepper in it, so a little bit more on the unisex side. I also saw that Autumn Vibes was on sale, which I thought was a great one because we're going into fall and it's one of my favorite fall fragrances, which it looks like it's all the way sold out. I thought there was like one more size available, but if you're interested in that scent, I think I've seen it on the Costco website if you're a Costco member on a good deal, so maybe check there or other discounters. Sometimes Joma Shop will have stuff. You can sometimes snag a deal on them other places, but they also had from the Garden on sale. This is like a tomato scent, so tomato leaf accord, green mandarin with a patchouli heart, and that one's a little bit more fresh green. It's like vegetal but cologne-y in a really refreshing way. My biggest thing, and I've talked about this before, don't get sucked into the By the Fireplace candle, okay? It had no scent throw for me. Maybe different iterations, different years, different pours will be better, but I was really burned by that candle, okay? And that's gonna do it for the sale section at Sephora. I hope you guys enjoyed going through and talking about why I'm not surprised this makeup is on sale. I think it's great to snag a deal. I'm a deal hunter. I really do love finding a deal where I can, but at the same time, I have learned that when things go on sale, sometimes there is a reason, and it's good to really think through what might work for you, what might not, because just because something is $10 off, $20 off, doesn't mean it's gonna work for you, and you might be better off just buying that one thing on your wish list that is full price that you are pretty sure you're gonna love. Maybe it's a repurchase of something that you've been holding off on. I always hope you can be super satisfied with the beauty products that you're purchasing and trying and using, and I hope that this helps in any way, or at least is entertaining. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.